I'm Jelle, head of performance for A Woman Army Esports. One of the challenges we had last spring split with our League of Legends roster is that we did not have the full preparation because our lock-in was really late. We had to make real fast decisions on rules, etc. And that gave some challenges within the split. And Donny has in his course a lot of these really fast and really easy examples on how you can get all the players on the same level and on the same page really easily. The doubts you constantly have as a coach and the challenges you face is that because there's not a lot of information about esports coaching on the internet, you mostly make decisions on what you think is best. When you have done the program and you still make the same choices, you even have more confidence because you know the theoretical background behind it. The things that attracted me most to the course was the constant help of Donny, because he knows that a lot of these esports coaches have a real tight and hefty schedule. So he made sure the program was ready for everyone that could not maybe attend some sessions. You could not make all the assignments in time. He was always there to make sure you in the end will have the full experience. And if you still have like the ambition to finish it, he will help you. One of the things I got out of the course that's most valuable to me is just having a theoretical background. So when you face certain challenges, you know the theoretical background behind it and what you should do, and you can start to experiment different takes even every time you face a new challenge, which will make sure in the end you will have a system that will work for you. A big breakthrough for me was one of the biggest challenges in esports is that you are still coaching people, not the magical on the map or on Summoner's Rift. As an esports player, or coach, you mostly refer to your players, for example, as their nickname. There is a challenge that you might forget there's an actual player behind that, and not only a player, but a player with a life and maybe a family or maybe hobbies or challenges or a girlfriend. And that was a big breakthrough for me because it sounds so logical, but a lot of coaches don't really get that point right, I think. One thing that I did not expect in the curriculum of esports coach revolution is how many different services and how many different tactics Donny uses without the game. You, for example, play Valorant, you see it's pretty logical to be in Valorant and play Valorant all the time and use Valoplan to use strategies, but there's also so much to gain from a team's perspective outside of the game. Whole different to experience a live session versus a recorded session, mostly because the techniques really work when you think about it for 2 or 3 or 4 times, and you also know the perspective of other people, so you really start to dig them in. Really handy because it's just not that easy for an esports coach to always be available at the same time. So it's really good to have recorded sessions also available for when you can't attend the session, so you still learn a lot. Downloadable templates is really helpful because it's easily changeable. You do not have to stick with the template as it is, but you can differentiate it to your own liking and make sure it works for you and your players. The thing that made me confident within the course is mostly about just having all these different theoretical bases that you can use for different situations you can fall back onto. So you don't really have to guess. You have a basis to start from, and you even have more places you can also search for information because of the many theories it provides. The course helped me to structure practices and the coaching. When you start with a new team or start with a new project, a lot of coaches just jump straight into the game itself. They kind of forget making the structure together. There's a lot of information about how to set up scrims and how to set up rules with your team. You can have a better starting point. How the course will help me with getting success in esports is just having a real big network of people that you might need in the future. With the next level esports community around it, you will kind of get to know a lot of people that are at the same level and you can interact with when you have a question or when you need help from somebody. How I would describe the course in one short sentence is complete. See a lot of information in a really short time, which gives you a great basis to attack every challenge you face. What I would suggest to people considering the esports coach revolution is to, when you have time for it, it's really possible to join and learn a lot.